Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday. It is Giving Hearts Day. We have wall-to-wall coverage of the big day of donations all throughout the day on WDAY. Lisa, you are out this morning, as well as Dylan, at the Dakota Medical Foundation. I'll be there at 11 o'clock this morning. Before we talk more about all the giving and the donations, let's tell you where you can watch this every day. It's on Facebook from 8 to 9 on our Facebook live stream and our page. You can also go to our InForum YouTube channel, and you can go to InForum.com and just type in InForum Minute, and you'll be able to find it there on all your favorite podcast platforms as well. So let's dive into things. I'm Scott Engen.
Lisa Budeau.
You know who I am by now, I hope. I'm
Dylan.
I'm Dylan. I'm Dylan. I know you don't.
Dylan the villain.
Dylan the villain. Ooh, I don't know about that. It makes me.
I like your tie. I like your look today.
Yeah, my look was good this morning. I took all this everything off, but I put this tie back on. I feel like this is not as cool. It looks like I'm at Christmas.
You do not have a red sweatshirt or sweater. You told us it's Giving Hearts Day. That's why we're all wearing red. Yep. Of course, 24 hours long. Kicked off at midnight. When we went on air for First News, it was like already 4 million had been raised.
4.5, I think.
4.5, and then by the end, I know right after we went off air, it bumped up a couple.
Like 8 million. I think it's at 8 million right now. It's way up there.
It's crazy. Awesome. GivingHeartsDay.org, an easy place to. There's 560 different charities, nonprofits, great organizations you can donate to. You can donate online. They're doing some new things this year, like you can donate food, and you can volunteer. It's all about helping someone and giving and hence Giving Hearts Day.
And so many worthy causes to give to as well. So just pick one and do what you can.
Or 2 or 3.
Yeah, that too.
Or 4 or 5.
Or 4 or 5.
Or all of them. Or all 500. Everyone $1.
Okay, so warm hearts on this Giving Hearts Day, but you were outside of DMF, and actually, I thought it was really funny. Pat Trainer with DMF went out there and he was holding all of the heart balloons. And
he was so excited. He was so excited to do that. We had so much fun for that. Yeah, it was super windy out there. We didn't lose any balloons, luckily.
Thank goodness.
But yeah, that wind is going to continue today. It will settle on down by this evening, but that wind is bringing the cooler temperatures back down to teens and probably single digits by the evening hours, overnight hours especially. And by tomorrow morning, we're waking up with temperatures closer to zero. Some of us will probably be on the other side of zero, the wrong side of zero, if you will. But we're warming up tomorrow again, and the weekend is actually looking really nice. 30s again, and really 30s to start next week. Still watching a chance of snow next week on Wednesday, Thursday, but this is a chance, and this chance is continuing to become less of a chance as we continue to look at things. I'm sure, hopefully you have not seen stuff on social media, but we all know how some social media, irresponsible social media pages are. They hype things up, and we don't do that here. So we're watching it. It's looking like it's trending away from us, which is good news, but we'll continue to look at that as it's a week away from roughly today, this storm somewhere in a 6-state area. Who's going to get it? We'll see. So right now it's looking like we are going to miss it, but we'll see. We still have a chance of snow there because keep on shifting like they always do. So we'll continue to watch that. Otherwise, though, cool today, colder tomorrow, and then a nice weekend, and a nice couple of days after that. So
cool.
I think we're all looking forward to the weekend with these temperatures. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Thanks,
all right,
Dylan.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. Let's dive into some of our headlines this morning. We actually are tracking some breaking news out of Fargo. Just this morning, the Red River SWAT team and Fargo Police Department assisted the Cass County Drug Task Force with a high-risk knock and search warrant. That happened at an apartment building within the 800 block of 10th Street in Fargo. The SWAT team did use a flash device, which a lot of people will call a flash bang. It's something that disorients with sound and light, and they use it when there's a dangerous situation where they want to kind of subdue that person that they're trying to arrest or whatever they're doing. So they used that and allowed the officers to perform the duty that they needed to do, which resulted in the arrest of 3 people. We are working to learn their names and what charges they're going to be facing this morning. Stick with the news leader for updates on that story as it develops.
And this is another big story we're still tracking for you as well. Police are still looking for several people who attempted to rob a jewelry store, but one security guard's quick thinking may have actually stopped stopped a very scary and dangerous situation. This happened yesterday morning. A group of people approached Gunderson's Jewelers. It's right on Veterans. It's actually on the Fargo side, but a lot of people think West Fargo because, the other side of Veterans. But police believe that group planned to rob the store, but the on-site security guard was able to lock the doors as they were approaching. The suspects could not get in. So they took off. They took off in a car. So police are still looking for them. I do believe they thought one person was armed. And I live in the West Fargo School District, so this was part of the story as well. So they're still looking for these. The schools were locked down.
Yep.
I got the message. Cheyenne, of course, high school is down the street a bit, but there's really an elementary school just like a couple blocks, 2 blocks west of where this happened. So kind of a scary situation. That lockdown was lifted after a couple of hours, but they're still looking for these people. So if you have any information, you should call dispatch at 701-476-4098. Call dispatch. Tell them you know anything about that situation.
All right, right now a family is speaking out and lawmakers are actually getting to work after an unlicensed driver who was just recently released from prison for his role in a deadly crash got arrested yet again. So that's 39-year-old Aaron Pelham. He served 19 months for failing to stop after crashing with 27-year-old Michael Tibbetts. This happened north of Detroit Lakes back in 2019. Now, 15 years ago, his license was stripped by the state after the state determined that his driving was a threat to public safety. Pelham has been busted 11 times since then, once for that situation that resulted in the deadly crash, and then most recently for allegedly spinning out on Highway 59 south of Monoman. He was charged in that case with careless driving and driving without a license. The max he could get, though, for that penalty legally is 1 year in jail. So the Tibbetts family and lawmakers in St. Paul are now pushing for tougher sentencing in this situation, as prosecutors say all that they can really do is arrest and convict. So they have to work within the confines of what the law allows.
Okay, interesting story there. Today, a grocery bill will go through another committee hearing. This bill would create a pilot program that would help fight food scarcity in North Dakota. The $2 million pilot program would help stores cut costs while also increasing food availability. It's based on the Rural Access Distribution Co-op in Walsh County. In that program, 3 stores in Park River, Hoople, Edinburgh buy groceries in bulk together and then share them with one another. The stores say the co-op has really helped them save a ton of money. That committee hearing is going to happen here shortly in about a half hour.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that goes in kind of a trial run there. All right, today Vice President Kamala Harris is making her way to Minnesota. She's going to have stops in 2 cities while she's there. She's going to be discussing the Biden administration's investments in electric cars, as well as job creation in the state. Her first stop is today in St. Cloud, and then she's going to head to St. Paul. Now, in case you didn't know, St. Cloud has not had a vice presidential visit since 2009, so kind of exciting.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Okay, the next time the Minnesota DOT snowplows hit the roads, they're going to have some fancy new names. The winners of the snowplow naming contest have now been released. I don't know if you had a favorite. My favorite is Fleetwood Mac.
That's a good one. They had Better Call Salt, and I don't know if that's obviously a knock on a Better Call Saul, the TV show. I liked You're a Blizzard, Harry. You gotta say it with that.
You have to. I kind of was setting you up because everyone I came back, everyone's like, well, Scott was doing it with, you gotta sell it. I mean, that's a good name right there. This is actually the 3rd year the state has held this fun competition. It's fun to see the names every single year. They've been busy collecting, get this, more than 60,000 people voted on these. And there was also 10,000 submissions for names, and they settled it down to just 8. So that's a lot of names to go through. Yeah, good stuff. It's fun. It's fun. You have to have fun when you live in North Dakota and Minnesota, for sure. Okay, a national headline for you. Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman has been admitted to a Washington, D.C. hospital. It happened after Fetterman, who suffered a stroke in May of 2022, started feeling lightheaded toward the end of a Senate Democratic retreat. Initial tests did not show evidence of a new stroke, but doctors are keeping the senator overnight for observation and more tests. Fetterman is reportedly in good spirits and talking with his staff and family. You may remember Fetterman defeated GOP opponent Dr. Oz in the Pennsylvania Senate race in November. And that was, of course, at that point, too, his health was a hot topic at that point, too, whether or not he was going to be able to serve.
All right, we have some sports news this morning, big in the sports world. Dom's going to be talking about it on Hot Mic. That's from 9 o'clock this morning until 11 o'clock on WDAY Extra and InForum.com. In a move that shocked the NBA world, basketball star Kevin Durant is being shipped from the Brooklyn Nets to the Phoenix Suns in a huge blockbuster trade. This is also the 2nd trade of a superstar that the Nets have done in the last week. They shipped away Kyrie Irving to the Dallas Mavericks on Sunday. Now they're trading Durant to the Phoenix Suns in a 3-team trade. They're getting a couple good players and 4 unprotected first-round draft picks in the trade. And this is going to be shaking up the NBA for sure. So Dom's going to be talking about that. I can guarantee it.
Well, yeah, that is big. That's huge. Okay, we've been talking a ton about this as well, leading up to, as we talked Senior Bowl, we're getting ready for the draft. The NFL has announced their first list of players invited to the scouting combine. The NFL has their list out, and of course, we track all things, NDSU and the Bison, because we're the TV home for the Bison, home of the herd. 3 players we're tracking for you. Bison offensive tackle, Cody Mock, a fan favorite right now, fullback Hunter Lepke. He ended his season a little early, so a lot of people haven't been talking to him about him, his name's on the list. Tight end Noah Gindorf as well. They've all made the list. The combine invites 319 players from around the country for the workouts. Of course, the players will make the trip to Indianapolis later this month. First round of the draft, April 27th.
It'll be exciting to see where they go in the draft.
Absolutely.
All right. Also, we want to remind you of a good deal we got going on over on InForum.com. For the first 3 months, you can get it for 99 cents. That's an all-access pass to all that local news, like updates on Cody and the rest of the Bison players going through the draft process, as well as your local news headlines, local weather headlines. So make sure to take advantage of that.
And of course, Giving Hearts Day is happening today. You're going to head out here pretty soon because you get to go to DMF and have some fun.
Yeah.
It's a party there. For sure.
It looked like it from your live shots. It looked like there's a lot going on. I'm told by you that they're going to have some nice apparel for me to wear, so I'm going to hopefully switch
Full
this
on
jacket
red
out for a red coat and maybe some fun, different props. So I'm excited to go there and talk about Giving Hearts Day, which, of course, huge day, and kind of just pump up some of those charities that are involved.
GivingHeartsDay.org, easy way to donate, and so many things. You're going to talk about much more. All of our newscasts really will have a live presence. Jesse Ritka is going to be out this afternoon as well. So starting with our 11 o'clock news, again here in a couple hours, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Be sure to join us for WDAY News.
Get out and give if you can, folks. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.